Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy Jay. I'm here to say that I got another story time today. So today's story time is pretty crazy. It's about the time where one of my friends punched a police officer. Yeah, like square in his face. So let's get into it. So this story time takes place not actually that long ago. It takes place a year ago when I was 14, and basically, things happen. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So basically, I have this friend, we'll call him Dylan, and Dylan, he was like he was a fighter, okay? He did UFC, and because of that, anytime he got into a problem with people, he'd always handle it by punching on them and stuff like that. And yeah, so one day, right, me and Dylan were hanging out, chilling, really not even doing anything like that. And basically, there was this police car, right? So it drives up Dylan Street, and Dylan, he just like mean mugs the police car. If you don't know what mean mugging is when you stare at something with this mean face, and you just don't let up any eye contact or anything. So he was just mean mugging this, and while he was mean mugging the police officer, I guess the police officer seen it, cause all we seen was the lights go on, and then the police officer basically just drive to Dylan's basically to Dylan's house, and then he just stopped the car in the middle of the street, and both police officers got out. So the police officer who was the driver, he was like, you seeing something, kid? And my friend Dylan was just he didn't say anything. He was just real quiet. So the officer was like, hey kid, I asked you a question. And he was just like, that don't mean I gotta answer though. And that's when I knew that this was not gonna go good. Cause okay, so if you grow up and you it depends on where you grow up, but usually in neighborhoods that I'm from, it's you either just don't say anything to the police, or you try to get out of that situation as quick as possible by just being listen, what are you doing? I didn't do anything, blah blah blah. Try to get out of the situation. Dylan, he was doing it real confrontational, and everyone knows that when you're very confrontational to the police, they don't like that. So he's being confrontational and everything, and I was like, Dylan, bro, calm down. And he's like, nah, bro. And so he was like, you better listen to your friend, buddy. And yeah, so he said that, and the other officer was like, hey, what's your name? I didn't say anything. After that, I didn't say anything. So he was like, oh, so you guys are deaf, huh? You guys must want to go to jail. And I was like, what are you taking us to jail for? And he was like, because y'all are defying our law. What? I forgot what he said, but I remember it was something that was just that's not a law. And Dylan just straight out said it. He was like, yo, that's not a law, and because of that, I'm not going in that car. So the officer tried to grab Dylan, and Dylan kind of pushed the officer away. So he pushed the officer away. The other officer just tackled Dylan, while the officer that he pushed, he got up and basically start grabbing his cuffs. So he's grabbing his handcuffs, and basically they go to put it on Dylan to have his arms in the front of him. All I see is basically Dylan try to kick and get away from the officer, and me, I'm frozen shut, cause well, not frozen shut, but I'm just frozen. I'm shocked at what's going on. So Dylan's like, yo, Jay, run away, bro, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? So while all of this is happening, I just see one of the officers grab me, and I kind of backed up a little bit, because I'm like, what are you grabbing me for? He's like, you're coming to the station with us too. So when he said that, I was just like, oh, whoa, no, not today. So the officer basically he tries to grab me, and I kind of move away or whatever, and then Dylan, he just gets up. The officer tries to grab him. He just square socks him in his face. To his jaw. Because all you seen was the officer kind of like stumbled, and then he just like fell over holding his face. So the other officer, he calls in, he's like, squad 4, we got a suspect right here, punch the police officer, squad, we got this. So while he's saying all that, I'm like, oh no. So I turn around, I start booking it. I run the other way. Dylan, he's running like right behind me, and he's like I said, he's a UFC fighter. He athletic, so he fast. So he literally like Usain Bolt passed me, bro. While he's passing me, I'm like running, and I'm like, trying to basically like gain some speed to get out of there. Officer keeps running, and we eventually make it to like this alleyway or something like that, and that's when like the officer runs by the alleyway, and we went back to Dylan's house. The other officer who like he had like punched in his face wasn't there, and apparently like 2 weeks later, Dylan actually like the officers basically found Dylan and put him on probation for punching the officer. So yeah, that's the story time. Moral of the story is, don't hit the police. Well, one, not only just don't hit the police, but like just like try to not make them angry or something like that, bro. Like just chill. But yeah, that's the story time. If you guys enjoy it, make sure you smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Woo!